Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matthias Odessa, and today we have something special going on. It is the Oscars for Volume 8 of RWBY. At the current moment, we're just waiting. It says premieres in 60 seconds, so we'll see how that goes. We got all of chat going on. We got Murder Birds in the chat as well. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. But yeah, how's everyone been? Long time no see. I've kind of been in the process of moving, so I haven't been streaming or uploading videos as of late. But yeah, at the moment, I do plan on start reacting to Genlock Season 1. I will be planning on reacting to that as well, along with a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, as soon as I'm done with my move, then I'll be sure to start uploading. I will start uploading to TikTok as well, and be streaming more often. At the moment, I'm still working night shifts, so streaming won't be as consistent as I would want it to be. But yeah, I will start doing all that stuff. But yeah, at the current moment, we're just waiting. We're just waiting. Oh, there we go.
Got curried away.
That's
quick.
That's an ad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction to this. Oh god. I don't know how loud that is for you guys. I hope it's fine. But yeah. Oh, come on. No, don't buffer. We're just starting. Supposedly, this is going to be a 2-hour show. So, let's see if the video recording will hold out. If not, then I don't know if this will ever be shown. Obviously, if you're watching right now, it's because it went well or I did part of it. But, yeah, we're here to have a great time. We're gonna put this into full screen. We're gonna wait till this goes. And as I said before, I will start to try to stream consistently after the move. I'll be moving probably at the end of the month of July. It is currently July. Or not July, June, sorry. But yeah, I hope you are all doing well. For the last video I posted, the RWBY Volume 8 finale, it has gotten the most likes I've ever, or the most views I've ever gotten. So that's cool. I do appreciate it, everyone who's viewed it. But yeah, here we are. We're about to start the RWBY Volume 8 Oscars Award Show.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. I'm Arnold, also known as Murder
Arnold.
Birds.
Hey, Cal.
I'm joined by Cal and we are here to present the second annual Oscars, a RWBY Volume 8 award show.
We are so happy to be with you all here tonight to celebrate RWBY's work on RWBY Volume 8. We want to acknowledge
Remnants power couple. Let's go.
And better than ever before.
For this year's Oscars, we have more categories than ever in order to show our
growing the beard
appreciation
back, I
to
see,
directors,
Arnold.
writers, voice talent, animators, designers, editors, storyboarders, modelers, camera, lights, VFX, rigging artists, compositors, mocap, and even the musicians.
We have a lot of surprises in store for this year, but I'll let you know 2 out of the 3 right away. This year, we did a ranked voting system, so the choices made by the community would be weighted more fairly.
Yep.
We had over 10 nominees in some of the polls, but remember, we're only going to read out the top 5 nominees in alphabetical order. So if a character or piece or other item is missing, rest assured it was most likely on the poll. It just wasn't verbally re-announced in this video.
We're also excited to reveal that we have many of our peers from the RWBY community joining us to present tonight's awards. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who joined in making this year's Oscars far better and probably the best that we've done from last year to this year.
This looked like there was a lot of work.
Category submissions over the last few days.
A lot of work
I swear
done.
y'all are gonna love it. This is one of, if not the most ambitious crossover in RWBY history.
Yeah.
Excluding RWBY
No, don't
itself
buffer.
and its fairy tale and myth character crossover, of course. And definitely one of the biggest YouTuber crossovers I've ever seen anyway. Speaking of which, since we are
know some of
the
these
revenue
people.
25 different ways, we decided to donate any ad revenue, super chats, etc. to Extra Life benefiting children's hospitals in
there
the
you go.
United States and Canada. Rooster Teeth participates in this every year, so I can't think of a better way to honor RWBY tonight than to support a cause that Rooster Teeth partners with on an annual basis.
That's enough from us. We thank you guys so much for your
There you go.
patience. Sit back, relax, and without further ado, let us begin the Oscars, a RWBY Volume 8 award show.
Hey. This was teased on Twitter, so I already seen this. Like the intro here. It's great. Dun, dun, da, bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba, da, ba, ba, bum, ba, da, ba, ba, bum, bum. That's right. Man, what a freaking volume. It was nuts.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryujin Rising, here to present to you the first category of the RWBY Volume 8 Ozcars. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I have been in the fandom since about the very beginning of it, but only since the off-season between Volumes 6 and 7 have I really started contributing to it, at least in the form of YouTube videos. So in that time I've done video essays, a complete restructure of the first 4 volumes of RWBY's story
Nice.
to the format that we are more familiar with them nowadays. Party amount of shit posts, even an AMV. I've done reaction videos, but most recently for Volume 8, chapter reviews episode by episode. I am nowhere near as familiar or established as many of the faces that you are about to see throughout the course of the show, but like this award show, I am just getting started. So to kick
Definitely
things
will
off,
have to follow.
enough about
subscribe
me.
and all
The
that.
first category of the night is Best Environment.
Best
For Best
Environment.
Environment, a heck of a lot of work goes into the final product that the characters live in on screen. What is needed in the script gets concept art, which might get a matte painting, gets 3D modeled, a heck of a lot goes into the composites that looks much more like what we as the viewer actually sees, and from there on it's camera work and even the sound design. With that all being said, these are your nominees for Best Environment. The central location.
Guardrails not included. Nice place you got here.
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side.
That sucks. Ambrosius is a dick for not putting guardrails.
The end credits island.
Oh. The one shot we got after the volume. It's pretty. Reminds me of Idrisil, the world tree.
Monstra.
Monstra. That was super cool. All the components in the hallways, what it's made out of. This didn't happen to Pinocchio. It really didn't. It really didn't.
This game is not yours to win, Cinder.
I honestly forgot what I voted for.
Schnee Manor.
Oh, you've picked a fine time.
Ah,
to...
yes,
Not
the Shini
another
royalty.
word. We're coming in.
The new Volume 5 house. Oh my
Things
god.
are already bad enough after what you did to Father.
That's
Now you want
ah,
to
that's
harbor
true.
fugitives
The
too?
new Volume 5
Our
house.
family has a reputation.
That's what you're worried about? Your reputation?
I'm just saying that we've already lost all the house staff, and Mother locked herself in her room.
Beautiful
The
house.
Winter Vault Flower Field.
Where's my Winter Wonderland, Kirby? That was a cool animation too.
And the Oscar for Best Environment goes to Monster.
Monstra. Nice. Monster the Grim Whale. It's just so bizarre to see a place made of flesh.
If it's a lie, and I took that lie to Salem,
Good job,
the
Ruby.
punishment would fall on my head before yours. If what you said is true, and I use the password myself, well, I don't know what happens when this thing activates.
Pretty smart,
Let's
Hazel.
see if you're bluffing.
I can totally see it, and I gotta say, my choice for best environment
Wow,
didn't even
the
make the top
vault
5. As you
got
go through the
second.
night, you'll see the top 5 are being read, and my choice for best
Central
environment
location
was the Tundra from
and
Chapter
credits.
4. The Tundra, specifically the set that Yang and Ren have their argument in.
That's a good
The
scene,
setting
too.
does so much for that scene, and you know, as I was saying with the camera work, there's 360 degrees. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back, but there's 360 degrees of that set that you see. I think maybe even in as little as one shot, you see the entire tundra, and the way that the characters are immersed in it. You know, I'd say the sound design has a lot to do with it too, but it just felt so rooted in that moment. I really love the way that everything went in to really put the viewer in that scene. As for Monstra, though, gotta admit, I totally get it. It totally deserves this.
It's
win.
great.
You know, we are seeing a new set of Monstra almost every time we're in Monstra.
Literally.
We start out with the premiere episode of Volume 8
The outside,
with Cinder and Neo
then the
walking
inside,
through it.
the mouth.
Neo just kind of, what did she get herself into? You know, we see the jail cell, we see the relic room, we see all the way up through the very finale. Once Monstra itself is destroyed, we see Salem reamalgamating herself in what I believe is a
Yeah.
deconstructed set from earlier on. But Monstra completely redefined what a location in RWBY is. It is Salem's mobile command center for Volume 8. It's a
Her
grid
ship, basically.
and a location, and it does so much for Salem. So yeah,
Huge
it
ship.
deserves this win. So that about does it, but as you are aware, I am the first of many presenters for this year, so on to the next, and on to the next category.
Good evening, RWBY
Hey,
fans. My name is
Kaylee, Larissa.
Cal and Chino. We are both YouTubers and Twitch streamers, and I've been making RWBY
Definitely
content
check these
on
gals
YouTube.
out.
And
They're
I've been making
amazing.
RWBY content since the Red trailer.
I upload gaming videos and RWBY reactions to my YouTube, and I stream a variety of games on Twitch, including Hollow Knight, Sonify Strikers, and Pokemon. I also do cosplays. I'm most known for my Volume 4 RWBY cosplay. You can see my photos on my Instagram. You can find me on all my socials as Nerds of Oz.
Remnant's
I mainly
dynamic
stream
streaming
on Twitch,
duo.
currently playing Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy XIV, Phasmophobia, and soon Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then Spider-Man Miles Morales on my YouTube, as well as the odd RWBY video. You can find me on my socials as SheNoobTTV or
Definitely
just
check
Shenoob
them out.
on YouTube.
We are honoured to be presenting the category of Best Lighting at the Oscars this
Best
year.
lighting.
RWBY has done an amazing job during Volume
Lighting
8.
was
The
great.
lighting in RWBY has been one of the greatest marks of improvement in the show throughout the years, with Volume 8 being no exception.
Lighting is one of the biggest components that conveys mood in any form of media, and in a volume as moody as Volume 8, this is especially important.
The lighting this year has encapsulated the emotions of each scene beautifully, and we are excited to be presenting this award today.
Now, without further ado, here are the nominees for Best Lighting.
Yay.
Ironwood's Ultimatum.
I have always promised to defend this kingdom,
Don't make light
technology.
of the situation.
its future, from those who would see it destroyed.
I'm a slut for lighting. Murder birds.
Our enemy is crippled, but one individual still denies Atlas its
This little
salvation.
spotlight was pretty cool.
Protector of Mantle.
Nuke Aftermath.
Are they inhaling monstrous ashes? I mean, possibly. What else are you gonna be inhaling?
Penny overlooking Atlas.
This was a beautiful scene. As soon as she was staring like that, I knew like something was gonna happen to her. This area, I was like, damn, something's gonna happen to her, and it did. She got freaking hacked. I can see my house from here.
The Tundra Argument.
I think I voted for this one.
Are you kidding? We don't know the first thing about being huntsmen. We clearly weren't ready.
Guys, stop it.
Were we not ready when we saved Haven? When we took down a Leviathan?
John just wanted to watch the
lamp
sunset.
Atlas.
And then we lost it. And after that, when we had to make real decisions, we got every single one wrong.
I'm not going to pretend like we did everything perfectly. But if we'd done nothing, things would be even worse than they are now.
How could they possibly be worse? We are stuck out here while Salem has the lamp and Oscar. We've got no plan, no army.
Weiss's room and Storm.
The city won't stand a chance unless we stop it.
She really has a fireplace in her bedroom. True.
Way bigger than a Leviathan.
I mean, she's rich as
What do
hell.
we even do? Penny launched Amity, and our message went out. Do we just wait for someone to come? If they even come.
How did it all get like this?
And the Ozcar for best lighting goes to
Nuke Aftermath! Woohoo!
Ooh,
Yay!
nice.
Congratulations to that scene.
Did anyone respond?
No.
I think this lighting was difficult to pull off.
She'll come back. And the
Because you have to,
need a plan.
like, make ashes in the air and stuff.
Hasn't changed.
Make the
I'm gonna
area
get the mating
foggy.
power out of Penny Polendina, because you're going to bring her to me.
I think we can all agree that the nuke itself was quite an incredible visual element of this volume. Something we certainly haven't seen in RWBY before. And then all of the scenes following that in the aftermath, the lighting really helps to convey this post-apocalyptic atmosphere.
Congratulations to RWBY and everyone who worked on lighting in Volume 8. A well-deserved win for this scene.
And all-around congratulations to all of the nominees as well.
Hi, my name is Erin. You may also know me as Puns of Damage on YouTube. I was a RWBY reactor for Volume 4.
She's Kirby now,
and I
which
started
is
watching the
amazing.
show all the way back at the end of Volume 1. Gotta love getting into a show right before the hiatus. I am a Twitch streamer. I like to stream RPG and story-heavy games. I like to cry about them. I am probably most known for crying about Pierre and Nikos. I have cosplayed all of Team RWBY. I have cosplayed
They're an
way too many
amazing
RWBY
creator.
characters.
Definitely
and I
follow
am
them.
most known for cosplaying Pierre and Nikos because I am predictable. So, making a show is a very lengthy and collaborative process, and one of the overlooked aspects that can really give a show the extra push is the visual effects. Now, this season had no shortage of visual effects, with the post-production team pulling out all of the stops to give us terrifying sequences with the Hound, to the sheer mystery and mysticism of Ambrosius's domain. With this in mind, the nominees for Best Visual Effects
Visual
are
effects.
Monster's Death,
Fry my eyeballs. This was definitely a cool scene, though.
Nora Overcharging.
Nora, wait!
Oh, hey, Thora, the thunder goddess.
Hurry up, Elm! I can't!
The Nuke.
The nuke. I think I voted for the nuke.
Do it.
I don't quite remember what I voted for. There was so many good stuff in there. Code Black, I repeat, Code Black.
Winter's Anime Slash.
Ah. Special move.
The Winter Maiden.
You chose nothing.
The Winter Maiden, really creepy. I mean, it fits. It fits. Winter as the Winter Maiden.
And the Oscar for Best Visual
nice
Effect
envelope.
in RWBY Volume 8 is the nuke.
What's the status of our...
Yeah. I thought somebody had gone in the scene. Like somebody got hurt. Definitely a great scene. Very memorable.
I think we can all agree that the
20%.
episode was a heart stopper in more ways than one.
It scared the crap out of me.
The characters and the audience included were hit with emotional blow after blow after blow after blow after blow until we all longed for death. And what better way to kind of kick off all of the heart-wrenching moments of that episode in all of its majesty than with a sequence absolutely devastating in its calmness and its silence. Congratulations to all of the nominees. It was really, really hard to pick between all of them. It was such an amazing volume, post-production-wise and story-wise. But visual effects really just have been kicking it off. Everything has come such a long way since the early days of Volume 1. And I cannot wait for you guys to see where it goes in the future.
Salutations! I'm Taylor McNee, and I have the pleasure of being the voice of Penny. I'm a voice actor, a 3D artist, an author, a YouTuber, and a nerd. I was RWBY for the first few seasons of RWBY, where I made 3D assets, I did art direction, and environments. You know who made Nora's pancakes? I did. Torchwick's cane and hat and cigar, Ruby's headphones, Velvet's camera and glowy copycat weapons, Sun's nunchuck guns, dorm rooms, ballrooms, ships, city streets, all the lampposts and trees and benches.
Every time I hear her, I just see Penny.
Things, but mostly the pancakes. That was me.
The pancakes.
You can find me over at the Simply Betta channel, where I'm obsessed with betta fish and fish tanks and aquascapes and aquatic plants, and I really go in depth into my hobby. You can also find me over at the Tabby Tabaxi channel, where I dance, and I'm going to be getting into my VR headset and rhythm games and streams and stuff.
Nice.
Thank you so much to Arnold.
I don't think I follow that
for
second one.
inviting me to present a category in the RWBY Volume 8 Oscars. Concept art is a critical part of the creation of an animated
I love
series.
concept art.
It's what communicates the vision of the directors to the rest of the art team. It serves as a reference or a blueprint for artists to work with to create characters, environments, props, any digital asset, even communicating moods or feelings of specific scenes. It's one of the foundations of telling a story in a visual medium like an animated series. These are the nominees for Best Concept Art. Ambrosius.
Ambrosius. Get to my water. Stop staring at his ass. Look. Hey. 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 Hey.
The Bridge. Monstra.
Has the best seat in the house. She really does. Let me look at that. She sees everything.
Mountain Chase Scene.
Rip to the Gravity Rhino hover bikes. Those were cool.
Penny overlooking Amity.
What could possibly go wrong? I like that shot.
Silver-eyed Faunus.
Bro, that revelation. Faunus plus Silver Eyes equals fuck my life.
And the Oscar for Best Concept Art goes to Penny overlooking Amity.
Yay! Yeah, it's pretty. I come on, it's pretty. It's appealing to the eye. Or eyes.
The community voted very well. I approve of that wholeheartedly. This small pause where Penny stops.
Oh wow, it was close.
At the symbol of hope in the night sky, and we
Mountain
feel good
Chase
for
came
a minute.
second, Ambrosius
was a
came
lovely,
third.
Peaceful moment before it all came crashing down in the episodes to come. Thanks so much to Arnold and Calaxon for having me on this season's RWBY Oscars.
Hello, distinguished guests. Today
Hey,
I have the
Star.
honor and pleasure of being one of the many hosts.
Leader
for
of the
today's
Stardust
festival. Let
Crusaders.
me introduce myself. If you don't know me, I'm Lady Stardust, but you can just call me Star. I got into RWBY about 4, maybe 5 years ago, and
she just stopped.
Now caught up for this volume.
She stopped, and it came back out of nowhere, which we're glad to.
It's been so much fun to join in.
We're
on
glad
the
to have you
discussion
back.
And the theorizing and the waiting, the agonizing waiting for next volume. You may remember me from crying over Roman's death all those years ago, and more recently to being the #1 Ironwood fan. When I'm not screaming over RWBY or
she really is
movies that I like to watch, you can usually find me on Twitch trying to survive in Skyrim or trying to not die in multiple video games. I think a pretty accurate way I describe myself is a professional fangirl and screamer of screams. When I'm not screaming at screams, usually I'm either dyeing my hair or changing up my look completely. And speaking of looks, from its inception, RWBY has placed great importance on character design, and these character designs are really cool, and they've inspired thousands of people all over the world to cosplay and to dress up as our favorite characters. From the jump, RWBY had drool-worthy character design, hair, makeup, outfits, and weaponry. It really has become part of the RWBY signature, just like with the plot, with the animation, and with the music. And over the years, this signature has evolved. We've seen characters get new looks, new haircuts, like my favorite, Blake's little bob. And with these character design changes, RWBY has used it as a plot point and as a plot device to show character development and character growth. These are the nominees for Best Redesign. Emerald.
Oh, these were mwah. Those outfits are great.
I knew you'd quiet.
Hazel too.
Hazel.
Go now.
Rest in peace, Hazel, man.
Mercury.
Vacuo. After what I just told you.
Those are Salem's new
This man packs the same jackets to Vacuo. I mean, they're not bad.
Look,
for the desert.
If what he said was true,
it looks a little hot, but hey.
You can't stop Salem. You told me yourself. Hazel tried. He failed, and he got in line.
Nora Scars.
Ooh.
That was pretty awesome.
Nora! I'm so sorry.
Winter.
Winter.
Sir?
She's got like that
Until
exoskeleton
responds,
thing
or standing in
to
front
help
of
her
that
move.
vault.
Like a brace, I think
Do
it
not
is.
assume her status. Take the Aesops. I want constant updates.
And the Oscar for Best Redesign goes to...
I forgot who I voted for.
Winter!
Nice.
Congratulations to Winter. This one was so
Winter,
well-deserved, and it was my personal favorite pick. This
Emerald came
redesign
second,
took
and
one of
Nora
the
came
coolest
third.
characters and made her even cooler. This volume showed us so many things in character
Ooh,
design
Nora
that
and
we
Emerald
hadn't
came
seen in previous
close.
volumes, and RWBY knocked it out of the park with this one. Thank you, RWBY, for working so hard on something that so many people toss to the side and forget. Character design is one of the best ways to show character growth and development, and this volume was chock full of it. So thank you to RWBY, and congratulations again to our winner.
Good day, everybody. It is
Cal,
Wes, and
Hunter.
I'm here presenting the award for Best Merch. You may have already seen me, probably a little bit too much to be honest, but if you don't know, Hunter and I make videos on my channel, Cal and we do reactions, discussions, analysis,
Which is the
theories
channel
on
we're
RWBY,
on right now.
but other anime and video games as well.
We also make videos about RWBY merch, giving our thoughts to what's in the store, as well as showing off the pieces we've actually bought. So we are so excited to be announcing the award this evening.
Not only did characters get new outfits this volume, but the fandom also got to dress up in some RWBY Volume 8 merch.
RWBY merch is how we rep our favorite characters, from action-ready Winter and Penny, to metal Nora and RWBY, to stunning pieces for Junior and Salem, and occasionally RWBY ramen bowls. The design team definitely upped the ante this year.
And don't forget about those pretty glasses and mugs either. You'll want those handy as we toast to the winner and, of course, the nominees. These are the nominees for Best Merch released in Volume 8. RWBY Action Figure Collection.
Consume product, rip
RWBY
wallet.
Glass Collection.
Those look nice.
RWBY Metal Collection.
Not to be confused with the metal semblance.
RWBY Mug Collection.
The Junior Salem Penny Ein Lee Collection.
And the Oscar goes to...
The Junior Salem Penny Ein Lee Collection.
Nice. Very nice.
Congratulations to the
Very
design
nice.
team in Ein Lee.
It's no surprise that the Ein Lee collection took home the crown this year. The wall scrolls were absolutely beautiful, and the shirts finally gave fans of Junior, or I guess what's left of Juniper, Salem Penny, an extension.
Why you gotta remind us?
Amazing way to write their phase.
Or mourn their phase. It wasn't only the art in this collection, but the characters showcased that left an unforgettable impact on the fans. We can't wait to see what wonderful and baffling creations the merch team has in store for us next volume. I'm thinking a Shade Academy sunblock, or Blake Belladonna fish fillet knife, or an alternative reality Tropical Beach survival kit.
That'd be cool.
Hello, RWBY fans.
Hey!
Hello, Oscars
I know these
audience.
gals.
Good to see you all. I'm Katie.
I'm Megan.
And we generally do a reaction channel that's RWBY, that's all things Rooster Teeth animation. We also have a horror channel.
Yay!
Where we do all things horror, and that's where you can see me jump out of my skin if you want to.
Yes, silver screens.
Silver screens.
It's a good time.
And of course, we have the obligatory podcast. We are part of Rooster Team Radio, where we team up with 2 other hosts, and again, talk about all things Rooster Teeth animation, all things RWBY. We have a very, very good time. We have been fans of Rooster Teeth since early Red vs. Blue.
Yeah, it was like season 3 was what was going on when my older brother initially got me into it, and I've stuck with Rooster Teeth ever since.
And I think one of my friends bought the season 1 DVD from GameStop way back in the day.
That's where I got it too.
That's how we started. So we've been here for a while. Lucky enough to see the RWBY premiere at RTX, and we've been just in it to win it since then. And we are absolutely honored to be invited to participate in the Oscars and to present here. So thank all of you.
Thank you guys so much. This is so cool.
We're so excited. And without further ado, we'd like to move into our first category. Memes. Social currency.
Memes.
Internet hieroglyphics. That one thing that you say in real life on accident, and then you have to spend the next 15 minutes explaining the context.
It. Yeah.
Memes. We know them. We love them. The internet generates
We
them.
love
and
memes
we have
around
generated
here.
some fantastic memes for this season. Some of them came and went in the span of an episode. Some of them stuck around for the long haul. And these are your nominees for Best Memes.
My face is itchy.
Before, after RWBY.
What's 9 plus 10? Anyone? Tuxton? Oh my god.
Bill, number 1 dud.
I love this scene. There's a sign, Bill. Read the sign.
Why don't you ever just pay attention? You're in here late all the time. Your coworkers.
Why?
Remnant's Chew Toy.
Oh god. I saw them all laughing. Oh my god.
Team Arcos.
You can do. Let me choose this one thing. Trust me.
I know.
Weiss ejected.
Launch.
Bye. Ice Queen was not the imposter.
And the winner is...
Weiss ejected.
Nice. I think I voted for the squeak toy.
And press launch.
Very nice.
This, I love this meme so much. Oh my god, 11 seconds of just laughing my face off.
It's so good. And like the thing about this meme is like it's exactly what like it's the sort of thing where it's like memes can only exist because of the culture and the time and place in which
yeah, Among Us was popping off at the time
exactly.
too.
And that's exactly what this particular
that's
meme
why
is.
it did so well.
We loved the scene when we first saw it. We laughed like crazy when we first saw it.
Hell yeah,
and
we
then
did.
Among Us has been the social game of the past
Yeah.
year and a half, especially since we haven't been able to be social. So seeing them stitched together in such a perfect way is just chef kiss material.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Congratulations, Weiss
Congrats.
ejected. Well deserved.
Sirs and Madams with Sterling.
Hey, Sirs and Madams.
Hello. Thanks for letting us join you guys. Thank you, Murder Birds, for putting all this together for us.
Indeed. Welcome to the Oscars, you guys. We're super pumped to be here.
Yeah, so just a little bit about Sirs and Madams. We do a lot of reactions to RWBY, obviously, and a few other things. We also do lots of gaming on Twitch and YouTube now. We've been friends for about 10 plus years. I've stopped counting after 7. So I lost count.
Your family after 7. It's just, cut it off. But yeah, I think that's part of our dynamic for sure, is that we've all are longtime friends who met through music, through arts, through gaming. We like stuff. We know you like stuff. So we all share our stuff. That's how it goes. Yeah, the other thing that we do, I think, on our channel, it kind of makes us unusual, is we do RWBY covers. We are a bunch of crazy musicians, and so we've tried to put that to work for the community.
The music
so,
gurus.
if you're interested in hearing some of our stuff, you can visit our channel and see what we've covered so far, and we've always got stuff in the pipeline, so hopefully we'll have some more stuff soon.
Absolutely. Good music is good music no matter what type of media. Film, TV, even a web series like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know that I personally was introduced to RWBY through the music even before the show.
That's true.
And I think that exceptional
Yeah.
songwriting and exceptional performances are really what draws us in to this show so much.
And these are the nominees for Best Song.
Be Strong and Hit Stuff.
For Every Life.
The intro. Heroes choose the wrong side. Banger for sure. For every
Friend.
Oh my god. So about this song, it was making me cry, right? And then as soon as I heard the line, do hugs always make you feel this warm? I realized it was a Penny song and I fucking lost it. I was like, it's a Penny song. Damn it.
The Sky is Falling.
This one's a good bop too. Good shot right here. Right there.
The Truth.
Another good one.
No one said that you should think. Shine the silver, wash the clothes, and when you're finished, darn the socks, draw my bath, fetch my slippers, fill my glass, and rub my feet. Hurry up, you're so slow. You're no
They were
good.
bitches, honestly. They didn't deserve to die. Jesus.
And the winner is...
Oh, Jesus.
Friend!
Friend!
Oh, come on. Make you feel this warm. Wish came true. Day that you appeared and called me friend. Oh, definitely. We will miss you, Penny. Rest in peace.
Yay and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, all RWBY songs that are the excellent ones are either super heartfelt or super a bop, and this song kind of transitions between the two. So, very good choice, fandom.
Yeah, and it was the perfect ending for the volume.
24%.
Just to encapsulate everything and just, like
for every life in second, be strong and hit
so good at the end. So, nice choice, fandom.
Salutations.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and others. My name is Dan, the voice behind that Kaito Dan, and before anything else, thank you so much to Arnold and Cal for inviting me on as one of this year's Oscar Award hosts. This is a fantastic way to celebrate the end of the previous volume, bring the fandom together, and also, most importantly, give love back to the massively talented people behind the show, the RWBY. Every single person involved in this show deserve awards of their own for their hard work, pure talent, and dedication to this series that we all love, especially over this last year or so being the mother of all douche canoes. So yeah, thank you again to Arnold and Cal, and thank you massively to every single person involved in this show. Much love and respect. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy who makes all the bad puns on Twitter or on several RWBYtuber live streams. But I'm also a lifelong RWBY fan ever since the initial color trailers, and from Volume 2 onwards, I've been making several RWBY content, including episode reviews and reactions, as well as countdowns, news updates, and much more. I also react to several other Rooster Teeth works like Death Battle, recorded by Arizal and Ruby Chibi.
I think I might have to start reacting to Death Battle as well.
Like Nintendo Directs,
I watched those too.
And Smash reveals. But today, I'm here to present a few voice acting awards as an avid fan of the profession.
Nice.
Voice acting by itself is no easy feat, as you're limited to just one part of your body to bring to life several unique personalities and characters of all shapes and sizes. And this year has expanded that challenge by many talents having to record their lines in unfamiliar territories like homemade booths, different studios, and if push comes to shove, their own wardrobe.
Fuck you, COVID.
Still, Volume 8 was home to some of the finest performances in the
all the
entire
voice actors
series,
did great,
including many of the talented gents in this category, proving that there is a massive amount of talent in RWBY's long list of voiceover stars. These are the nominees for Best Voice Actor in a Supporting Role. Christopher Sabat as Dr. Arthur Watts.
Given what we're after, I've got all the motivation I need. Sadly, it doesn't make taking down Pietro's magical science project any less cumbersome.
Oh, I trust you can come up with something.
Oh, the trust is palpable.
Dave Fennoy as Pietro Polendina.
She's
the best Geppetto you could have asked for.
We have to remember the big picture.
I don't care about the big picture. I care about my daughter.
I lost you before. And you're asking me to go through that again? No. No. I want the chance to watch you live your life.
Jason Liebrecht as Crow Bronwyn.
Jason has been doing a great job as Crow.
For the first time in a while, I thought...
Also voiced the Hound. He did.
Maybe I could be around somebody, anybody, without my semblance making it...
complicated.
And now, it just feels like a childish dream. Gone. Like everybody else.
Nick Lauer as Maro Amin.
You call this saving Atlas? Doing Salem's job for her? I believed in you! I thought we could work towards something better. But now you're throwing it all away. Do you even believe what you're saying anymore? Do any of you believe in anything? I used to wear this rank with pride. Now I see it for what it really is. A collar.
Shannon McCormick as Ozpin.
I'd like to express again that this is my...
He has an amazing voice.
Not yours. His grudge is with me.
No, it'll be even worse. He's holding back with me. I can tell.
I understand, I do. But you've done so much already. The least I can do is give you a break and try to get us out of here.
And the Oscar for Best Voice Actor in a Supporting Role goes to... Chris Sabat as Dr. Arthur Watts. Congratulations.
Nice.
I said I had Penny under control, not that I could telekinetically force her to do whatever I want.
What?
I implanted a virus in her, you dimwit. She's on a set path now.
I love his voice.
Should be. As much as I hate to admit it, there seems to be some part of her capable of resisting. Regardless, it's only a matter of time before her mechanical body succumbs to the virus. She'll open the vault, then she'll destroy herself, and our little Penny problem will be...
Yeah, I think that's a more than deserving winner.
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably hear me say there's a lot in these categories. Any people nominated for these awards could have easily won it. They've had some fantastic performances over the course of this volume. Chris Sabat more than deserved to win it himself. It's just, he's been on fire. Pardon the pun, given the last episode. With, his performances as Watts.
Oh no!
Beyond. Obviously, like the standout performance is going to be that chef's kiss of a rose against Cinder midway through the volume. Just a fantastic scene that really showed Chris's talent at giving such charisma and vitriol and just arrogance in that kind of like bravado voice of his. He's a top-tier talent in the world of voice acting by itself, and that quality just showed immensely in that scene. So, yep, Chris Sabat, you deserve this award, most definitely. Congratulations again. Next up, we have Best Voice Actress in a Supporting Role. Like their male counterparts, the nominees in this category offered up plenty of noteworthy performances that showed quality acting can be found beyond the focused faces and major characters, further enriching a scene and oftentimes stealing it altogether, be it moments of raw passion that gripped our hearts or brief supportive comments that lifted up our spirits before the next moment of pain. These leading ladies showed great skill at making even the smallest of roles leave the biggest impacts. These are the nominees for Best Voice Actress in a Supporting Role. Daenerys Quinones as Harriet Bree.
I really had you pegged as the most level-headed of the bunch, but I guess you're just as naive.
All the single ladies.
When you lose someone on your team, you move on. Replace them. Like Marrow replaced Tortuga, and Winter replaced... No!
Aaron Zek as Blake Belladonna.
I know you don't always know what to do, but that's never stopped you from doing something. I was like that as a girl, but time and a lot of other things took their toll on me.
Why you?
Barbara Dunkelman as Yang Xiaolong.
All of this endless death.
Nice.
Because something bad happened to you once upon a time? Nobody gets a fairy tale ending. Everything I've lost, every person I've lost, is because of you.
And who is it I've taken from you, girl?
Summer Rose. My mom.
Kara Eberly as Wai Schnee.
Snowshoe Shipping is an SDC subsidiary, meaning all the drones here report to the company, not the General. The pneumatic tubes allow for dust refined in the crater to be sent straight up to Atlas. We just need to find the one for the military base.
Are there any buildings in Atlas that your family doesn't own?
That isn't relevant at the moment.
Kaden Jensen as May Marigold.
Once Robin learned about Amity Tower, she
May
wouldn't
spell
shut
backwards
up
as
about it.
yam.
Wherever she is, I'm
What?
sure she would want us doing what we can to get it up in the air and get the world talking again. Besides, Fiona's got your friends helping out in my stead. Between our secret weapon and my semblance, you all couldn't be in better hands.
And the Oscar for Best Voice Actress in a Supporting Role goes to Aaron Zek as Blake Belladonna. Congratulations.
Congrats, Aaron.
I know you don't always know what to do, but that's never stopped you from doing something. I was like that as a girl, but time and a lot of other things took their toll on me. And that I wasn't sure if that kind of girl could actually survive in the world. Until I met you. It was a little strange at first because you were younger, but I've always looked up to you, RWBY. And I still do.
Again, just like the ladies all of them in this category, just fantastic performances around, especially for me personally. I really love the performances from Daenerys.
By one
Kanan,
vote?
Absolutely top drawer stuff that really made me invested in the
Wow.
characters. The
Or by
same can be
two.
said for all the ladies in this category. They more than deserve their nominations,
48,
let alone
50.
the possibility of winning.
Wow.
As for Aaron, just fantastic performances all around. She's really showing, now that she's lifted off some of the weight of Adam on her shoulders, that Blake can be a very sincere, very supportive character. We got that fantastic
come a long
moment
way.
with Ruby that showed that underneath all her own stress and strife, she can be the support that other people need. And obviously that scream is gonna live long in my head.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be like one of those standout lines and performances
That
gonna
sent
live long
chills
in the
down my
memory.
spine.
And that just shows that Aaron just absolutely kills, getting right down to the heart and emotion of a scene. Just a fantastic performance, and just an all-around brilliant showing from Ms. Zek. Congratulations.
Congrats.
We now move up a level to Best Voice Actor.
We're playing this guy over
Role.
time.
In a year that has tested themselves away from the mic just as much, if not more, than their characters' thrilling arcs have made them in front of the mic, these actors over the course of the whole volume took charge with consistent grade A performances, further proving their genuine award-winning talent, be they seasoned veterans or relative newcomers to the acting scene. Whether it was performances that made the pain of suffering sting all the more, further celebrated moments of massive growth, or just entertained us over every bump on their rise and falls, these lot made sure to give every scene task their way their very best. And I can say in full confidence, mission accomplished. These are the nominees for Best Voice Actor in a Leading Role. Aaron Dismuke as Oscar Pine and Ozpin.
He does such a good job distinguishing between both. Like,
this is what
you can tell, like, oh, this is Oscar, or oh, this is Ozpin speaking.
Remnant. You haven't done what you've done.
He does so good.
You've done it for yourself. Because she pushed you to think it would help you.
Well, has it?
Has it?
Jason Rose as General James Ironwood.
I have one...
Goodbye, Ironwood. Hello, Tin Man.
That's all it will take. If there is no mantle, then there is no reason for you not to work with me. Neither of us want it to come to that. But one of us is willing to do it. If anyone tries anything other than what I've ordered, mantle is gone. You have 1 hour to respond.
Miles Luna as Jean Arc.
You're right, Ren. I did cheat.
Vomit Boy has come along such a long way. He has.
I'm glad I had people around me to help me see that I was bigger than that mistake. You've got people around you too. You don't have to force yourself to be strong. The more you hide from what you're feeling, the more alone you're going to feel.
Neith Ohm as Lai Ren.
And by keeping her from opening the vault for
Channeling
Ironwood,
his
he's
inner
trapping
angst.
the whole city for Salem. People are going to die because of us.
So
Ren
what,
has
we
been
should just
speaking
give
a lot
Ironwood
more,
what he wants?
which is what I
Abandon
like.
Mantle? You think Alice is still going to be able to float to safety now that she's here?
I don't know, but these aren't the kinds of decisions we should be making because we have no idea what we're doing.
Okay, both of you, cut it out.
I'm just saying what nobody else wants to. We're in way over our heads. Ruby is barely more than a kid. I'm just an orphan from the middle of nowhere.
Ren,
You cheated your way into bacon!
William Orendorff as Hazel Reinhardt.
Stop lying!
That's right, he also voices the Grim.
When she came for me, I killed her over and over again.
The longest she was gone was only a few hours. Before she put herself back together. When I couldn't lift my arms anymore, she showed me that through her, I could have the vengeance I needed.
And the Oscar for Best Voice Actor in a Leading Role goes to Jason Rose as General James Ironwood. Congratulations, good sir.
Hello, Penny. I'm worried for your safety.
Congrats.
Tell me where you are, and I'll have
He
you
does
picked up right away.
such a good job.
Atlas needs you, Penny. Salem is here.
She ain't going anywhere, bitch.
She's not going anywhere until you change your mind about Mantle. There's still a chance for Remnant to
Mantle? You're still worried about Mantle? Remnant is doomed, Ruby. Unless we leave, Salem will destroy Atlas, and with it, any hope humanity has left. We need to think about the future. If she makes it through her defenses, everything that follows will be on your hands.
Yeah, I think Jason more than deserved this award. And again,
Aaron and
all of these guys
Neith
could have easily have gone in themselves. I want to give big praise as well to Neith. I think he's really evolved over the years as Ren. Just fantastic stuff. And this volume, he really got to throw himself into some very unfamiliar but still entertaining emotions and tones, and he absolutely killed it. Same for William and Aaron and Miles. They just all did a fantastic job. But as for Jason, I mean, the guy has absolutely brought the character to life in a way that I think few others could. He really knows how to balance between strong and intimidating versus fragile and paranoid. And this volume, we've seen the full gambit.
Yeah.
We've seen him strong, we've seen him fearful, we've seen him paranoid, we've seen him angered, we've seen him creepy and chilling. The guy has an absolute masterclass performance rate with every single expression and emotion. It's like, I'm really, really respectful of Jason's performances over the years, and this volume has just been insane. One of my favorite performances from him is, I believe, in Ultimatum, where we got 2 different laughs from him over the course of like a few seconds, and Jason just twists it enough with enough of a more like darker edge to it that it sounds so different, so you can tell that this is the point,
especially with the setting that it was in.
Truly gone off the deep end.
They're trying to save Mantle.
This scene, as soon as he like laughed, I'm like, oh,
this has
Jesus,
always been about Mantle, hasn't
this is the bad guy now.
I need to make a call.
Just a fantastic performance.
As soon as he laughed, I'm like, oh, he's a bad guy.
Absolutely fantastic job. Respect to you.
Very good job.
And finally, for me, we have Best Voice Actress in a lead.
Somebody call security. He won't leave.
Immensely talented women made gold
security
out of their characters' most enticing and layered content in recent years. Many of them having to branch out into vastly different material than what's attributed to their characters. And yet these lot took to these uncharted waters flawlessly, showcasing their range with equal skill to their already richly praised work in the past. From tender or fragile to bold or chilling, whatever the scene, these leading ladies did not hide away from the spotlight of center stage, but instead stood proud and showed us all why they earned that spotlight.
I think I remember who I voted for on this one.
Many of our favorites lose a core piece of what makes them truly special. These are the nominees for Best Voice Actress in a Leading Role. Elizabeth Maxwell as Winter Schnee.
I think I voted for her.
Is anybody receiving these messages?
Elizabeth Maxwell has done such a good job.
Can anyone report status
Especially
on
in the ending.
I've never wavered in
I'm gonna kill my boss today.
And I won't start now.
Jen Taylor as Sailor.
Ooh, it's a beautiful Jen Taylor.
So easily.
Ara intensifies.
Like-minded souls.
Great voice too.
One of you is going to tell me what you know. I don't much care if it is you or Ozma. Either way, I'll finally have the relic.
Lindsay Jones as Ruby Rose.
We want you to make a new version of her, using her exact
Crater Face has also come a long way.
Curiously worded, girl.
That's true, that was her
nickname. An exact copy of her would
nickname.
include the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else. And we kind of want to keep her around longer than that.
Samantha Ireland as
Nora.
Nora Valkyrie.
We've been together our whole lives, but I feel like I understand him less now than
Samantha
ever.
did a good job too.
And I don't know if that's his fault or mine. I don't actually know who I am.
Oh.
Without Ren. Pretty sad, huh?
Taylor McNee as Penny Polendina.
We'll cross the bridge, then go left, straight, left, up, right, straight, right, straight, left, left. And my name is Penny.
And the Oscar for Best Voice Actress in a Leading Role goes to Taylor McNee as Penny Polendina.
Yay.
Congratulations.
And after the launch, I'll return to help you all with the evacuation. But
congrats,
you need
Taylor.
me here, right? I guess we all have to do some things we would rather not.
Taylor, just a fantastic job.
Elizabeth
with a
came
character
second
that
and
is
Lindsay
usually
came
very
third.
strict on the one-note, chipper and bright-eyed personality, but over the last 2 volumes alone, and in this volume
She's made Penny
especially,
sound
we've
very
really
much
seen
human.
The range of emotion in that character and in Taylor's performances. Again, any of the other ladies in these categories could have easily won them themselves, but I think Taylor just absolutely like shot to the stars and shined bright with how well she's able to explore Penny's want of being able to make her own choices and all the desperation in her voice. We've seen her feel more human. We've seen her sad.
Exactly.
We've seen her angry. We've seen her desperate for just attention, for respect, and just that one like tender moment where she's hugging Ruby and she asks, do hugs always feel this warm? At that moment you really feel that Penny has finally gained herself of a humanity that she's desperately wanted, but at the same time when you look back you do hear just how human she is, and
she
Taylor
is.
just absolutely,
She really was.
just a fantastic
Regardless,
performance, really
regardless
making
if
her
she
so
had nuts and
endearing,
bolts
so
instead of
charming,
squishy
but
guts.
also so bold and brave. She is the protector of Atlas. She is the kind soul underneath the metal skin. She is one of the most endearing, sweet, brave characters in the entire series, and she went out with a performance that broke me in several ways.
Yeah,
and that just showed
broke a lot of us.
Not only just like great
Myself
writing
included.
for the character, but the writing is elevated by Taylor's beautiful, sincere, genuine performance, and massive respect to Taylor. Much love to you, and everyone has been nominated in these categories. Congratulations to all the winners and everyone who was nominated.
Sirs and madams,
Sirs
it's
and
Cheryl
madams again.
and Sterling. We're back. Hi, we missed you. So, this next category coming up, before we present it, we want to give a special shout out to the 2 people who made the voting process possible. They poured through over 50 scores over the course of RWBY this season to make sure that the best ones were available for you guys to vote on.
And since everybody who watches our channel knows I suck at the English language, we just want to give a shout out to Mitchell.
And Sarah. So thank you guys very much for your contributions. We hope we do you justice in this category. When it comes to storytelling, one of the most important aspects of TVs and movies is the score. The score is one of the most important threads
I love scores.
when you're weaving a tale.
And without the character even saying anything, the music going on in the background can make you laugh, cry, or even tell you what's going on in the character's head as they're doing the scene.
And sometimes a piece of music in RWBY specifically will make you remember an exact scene, an exact moment, and an exact
I think it's
time
to that point where if I hear a certain score, I'll know where it's from.
Score.
After the fall.
Oh, I voted for this one. This one was my favorite.
Atlantis.
Yeah.
Penny's choice.
Salutations! You made it!
I think I was crying on my reaction to hear.
What is this?
I thought of you, and here we are.
I was like, no!
The Hound reveal.
The Hound reveal, I think, came close second for me. This was insane.
Take the girl. Take the girl. Take the girl.
Damn, Salem, you're scary. She is.
Girl. Take the girl.
Winter's Gift.
This was another good one.
Where did it go?
Behind you, bitch!
And
no,
the winner is the Hound reveal.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize till later, where I'm like, Grim don't leave remains. So those bones are human bones. I didn't realize it till later. I think it was Arnold that pointed it. No, not Arnold. I forget what reactor I was watching that pointed it out, and I'm like, oh shoot, you're right. The fuck. Those are human bones.
So this music added so much to that scene, I think, because it was just heavy.
There was a lot going on, and the music really brought you in and showed you exactly what you need to pay attention to, and that is why scores are so important. And thank you to everyone in RWBY who worked on this amazing music for the show, because it really wouldn't be the same without it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
See you next time.
Hey everyone, I am Phoenix Knight, a fan of RWBY for over 6 years now, getting into it just after Volume 2 aired, and someone with far too many ideas about the show in his head. But a little over 3 years ago, I decided to put that to good use and started making review videos for each episode as they were airing, starting to make my ideas into theory videos, branching into analyzing the different characters and semblances, the different interactions in the show, so much so that it's branched into creating my own original characters set in the world of RWBY, and following their ongoing story on my YouTube channel, even going so far as to create a tournament based around the Vital Festival with all of the different characters in the RWBY series. And this year, even branching into using all of your original characters as well in their own tournament, something that will be decided through the ongoing original character contest that is currently going on.
I'll definitely
on my
have to
channel
check that
until
out.
the end of May, so if you're watching this, you might have a chance to get involved. But right now, we are hosting the Oscars, and it is my pleasure to host 2 of the categories this year. Thank you so much to Murder of Birds and Klaxon for giving me this opportunity, and thank you to all of you who participated in this wonderful event. With every new episode of RWBY that airs, there's always this sense of wanting more after it's over, and Volume 8 took that to a whole other level. Following the events of Volume 7, each episode of Volume 8 built on the last, building towards that eventual conclusion of the overall volume. Every episode had so much work put into it, and it's so apparent that everyone who worked on it wanted it to be the best that it could be. I hope everyone who worked on it is proud of their efforts, because we as fans couldn't be happier with the end result. I personally think that Volume 8 is one of, if not the best volume of RWBY so far, and I really look forward to seeing where everything goes in the future.
It's up there for me.
For now, we will see what episodes of Volume 8 are the best.
Best
These are your
episodes.
nominees for Best Episode. Chapter 9, Witch.
Good episode 2.
I really don't know.
Uppercut! Sean, you can! That's all that was missing.
Go! Now!
Chapter 10, Ultimatum.
Operative Schnee, let them go.
When outranking someone backfires.
What?
Winter allowed them to go on board the creature to rescue their friend. And they never came back.
They were our last chance. Now I have nothing!
And that face though.
Chapter 12, Creation.
Do hugs always make you feel this warm inside?
Yes. Yes, they do. More!
We should probably make sure our theory works.
And start the evacuation.
Free to create and...
It's you guys.
You guys again.
We're not done with you yet.
Fine.
Chapter 13. Worthy.
Oh, this one.
Plan would be bold, but I never could have predicted all of this.
Ooh.
At least not without a little help from Jen. I suppose I have all of you to thank for one last lesson. Sometimes, if you want to win, you simply can't do it alone. RWBY!
Chapter 14. The Final Word.
I have sacrificed everything.
No! You have sacrificed everyone.
The finale.
You closed the borders. You squeezed Mantle until it broke.
And the Oscar for Best Episode goes to Chapter 14, The Final Word.
The finale. Come on. It has to be the finale. Because the finale always leaves us with some kind of suspense. And it always leaves us with questions and certain answers and certain things that happen toward the end. That you're just like, holy shit, that was a good episode.
This is honestly so fitting for how Volume 8 was structured, with the siege of Atlas starting at the beginning of the volume and culminating in everything that we saw throughout leading up to the finale. The hacking of Penny, forcing Team RWBY and everyone to get the Relic of Creation and ultimately abandon Atlas, trying to save as many people as they could. And the episode itself had everyone on the edge of their seats. Who is going to fall? Who is going to survive the volume? And don't even get me started.
The pie chart, it's almost like
the ending.
it's going in order.
Leaving us off so we wanted more, we ended with Wonderland, not knowing the fates of half of our main cast, and honestly, this episode should go down as one of the most iconic episodes in RWBY.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing where this will take us in Volume 9.
Hello everyone, my name is the Judgmental Critter. I'm super jazzed to be a part of the Oscars, and thank you all for voting and for watching this right now. Just
the
thank
jack
you
of
so
all
much.
trades in the fandom.
As for who I am, I do RWBY reviews, I talk about lots of different stuff like character designs, I make redesigns, I take a deeper look at cinematography, I have RWBY supplemental material, RWBY fan-made animations, and just a whole lot more. A real grab bag of RWBY stuff going on over here. RWBY's got a massive cast of colorful characters, both figuratively and literally. And every year, RWBY delivers us a bunch of brand new characters who always end up becoming our new favorites. With a show like RWBY, who has a near constant rotating cast of characters, it's important for the fresh new faces to leave a strong enough impact to still resonate with audiences, even amidst the old, well-loved classics. This category proves how a character can leave their mark on the show and end up beloved by fans, no matter how new they are to the series. These are the nominees for Best New Character.
Best New Character.
Ambrosius.
See how so they will remember this? Oh no! The newest member of the Blue Man Group.
Seems someone has come to engage my creative wiles. All I'll say is it better be worth it after my last project. A floating city? How pedestrian.
Oh, excuse me.
Fiona's uncle.
It's late for me. I work night shifts.
Fight breaking out.
Crap. Thanks, Uncle.
It's currently 2:42, so it's like 2 in the morning for me in my brain.
The dishes are spotless and the floors are clean.
Ah, madam.
Now hurry and get to your chores. The floor looks filthy.
Rhodes.
Seen you around, and I think it's safe to say you're not getting the most fair treatment. Yeah, I can't really blame you for what you're thinking.
You don't know what
But hurting them isn't going to make your life any better. You can run, but you're gonna be running for the rest of your life.
The Stepsisters.
It pissed me off. I was like, you bitch.
And the Oscar for Best New Character goes to... Ambrosius!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Ambrosius.
I suppose I could do a little...
Merlin Daddy. That's right, that's what they were calling him.
My work and how much would be...
Merlin Daddy.
Just coming
Oh
up to
my
the
god.
surface. This is all very exciting and very dangerous. I don't know what the results are going to be.
We don't have any other options. We believe in her.
Then ready yourselves to witness my artistry!
Ambrosius is such a top-tier best boy. I'm not too surprised he won. He almost immediately won me over with his flippant, carefree demeanor, which is a very fun contrast compared to Jin's more serious nature. From the way he rolls around, swinging his feet back and forth playfully, or how he eagerly zips around as he starts envisioning his next biggest creation. It's
or his big-ass
little
muscles
mannerisms that really elevated him to be above and beyond. His design is like really striking and memorable, which is cool because the similarities between him and Jin is a lot of fun to see, but I like how he still looks uniquely himself, even though he shares similar color palettes and like concepts with Jin.
Yeah.
Ambrosius really does feel like his own character, and that's really awesome. And
he really
it
stood
that his
out.
voice actor did just an amazing job. You can tell everyone who worked on Ambrosius had fun with him. The voice actor, the animators, the writers, everyone who worked with Ambrosius was having fun, and it helps make Ambrosius feel fun. His energy is very infectious. He's funny, he's personable, he's a little bit of a tricky trickster. I love him.
And a
dick. He thinks real highly of himself, but also like he's a cool guy. And I just can't wait to see him again.
No
I
God
can
rails.
only imagine his sassy
I won't forgive him for
personality
that.
would be a lot of fun, bouncing off of the more grouchy, serious characters like Cinder and Salem. Let's give it up for Ambrosius one more time. Thanks again for watching and participating in the Oscars for Volume 8. Now then, let's dive into the next category.
Hello again, RWBY
Welcome
fans.
back.
Hello again, Oscar viewers. I'm Katie.
I'm Megan.
And we are back with another category, and this one is near and dear to our hearts. So let's take a moment and talk about the Grimm. Now, as we mentioned in our previous category, we are horror fans.
Yes, the
She's a horror
spoopy
fan.
boys.
I'm here for it. And that means we love the Grimm. Your favorite thing
The
that RWBY
Grimm
does
is
when it
amazing.
turns into a horror movie.
Absolutely. That is RWBY when it's at its finest, or at least most enjoyable to me, is when it goes full horror movie.
And a peak factor in that is the Grimm, the monsters that roam the realms of Remnant. As always, we have some wonderful new Grimm, and if you've watched our channel, if you know us, you know that we like to nickname them. For example, the Wyvern is
Kevin,
and the
Kevin.
Leviathan is
Nessie.
and
Nessie.
of course the Knucklevi is
Jim and Randall.
Jim
and Randall.
Although I couldn't tell you off the top of my head which is which. Jim's the guy, Randall's the horse.
I think that was it.
That
yes.
was it. Because Randall had no dialogue, he just screamed. Of course, Volume 9 has given us a bevy of incredible new Grimm
Yeah.
to watch and name and fear, but mostly name. And of course, we would like to present the nominees for Best New Grimm. Senator.
Is that what that's called?
More disgusting.
A senator.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I need you, RWBY.
The Hound.
The Hound. I think I voted for the Hound. The Hound was definitely scary.
Wait, it's using Oscar as a shield.
And when it spoke, I'm like, bruh.
Can't go back. The portal won't last.
The bats.
Sulfurfish.
The sulfur fish were cool too. They remind me of the Death Stalkers, like little itty bitty Death Stalkers.
And the winner is... Can we get a drum roll? Smart Alec.
The Hound. It has to be the Hound. Come on. This was scary. This gave me Jurassic Park vibes. I know you're here.
We love the Hound so much.
Yeah, come on.
I'm so excited.
It was so good.
In some ways, I had no doubt that the Hound was going to win.
Oh, yeah. The Hound was the standout Grimm of this season. And,
Yeah.
of course, in keeping with our naming tradition, the Hound somehow went through 4 names for us. Started as Ditto because he was a shapeshifter, turned into Krampus because he took away children, and then it became Soylent because Soylent Hounds are people, and John Doe because we don't know who's in there. So, any one of those works, but we love the Hound.
Yeah,
So much.
the Hound is great.
I always appreciate, again, when RWBY goes full horror movie, and also just the uniqueness of each Grimm that encapsulates, like, the horror of the world of Remnant. And we got that with the Nuclevi, we got it with the Apathy.
The Apathy!
and, like,
Oh my god.
the Hound,
It went full on horror
think, is,
movie with the Apathy.
Like, I think the Hound
next step in this evolution of horror.
It's taken the horrifying elements of Grimm and taking it to its logical conclusion.
Oh, I would say logical next step.
That's true. Well, the
One
show's
fear.
not over yet.
One fear, except the fear is Salem, and it encompasses many.
Yeah.
So yes, congratulations, Krampus,
Congrats.
Soylent, John Doe, the Hound. You deserve this win. And thank you to everyone who voted. Thank you for inviting us on. We had a fantastic time. Thank you for watching.
Hello, and once again, I am Raijin Rising, here to present to you the
Welcome
results
back.
for Best Male and Best Female Character in a Minor Role. Though you would not find this category in the typical theatrical awards show, Best Characters in a Minor Role is really great to have, so that every character, no matter what part they play in the plot, can get their due, can get their time and be awarded for it, when they might not be big enough to be considered for the supporting role category. You know, they may only get a couple lines, or they might be in only 1 or 2 episodes throughout the entire volume, but they make their mark on the story nonetheless, and that's worth considering. So to start, these are your nominees for Best Male Character in a Minor Role. Ambrosius.
So she isn't. I'd love to meet whoever did
The
this.
physical embodiment of literally
I see.
perfect. That's a perfect
There's something
description.
eating away at her. I'm guessing you think you have some clever plan to save her. Just know, I will give you exactly what you asked for, and I don't
I
want
think
anybody
I voted
to
for
know it's not what
Ambrosius.
you
I'm not
wanted.
sure.
Klein Sieben.
Klein! I'm glad he's back.
I heard there was a
The
patient
cake
here.
butler has returned.
I am so sorry, Klein. It's my fault that Father...
Please don't worry, my snowflake. It had nothing to do with you. And everything to do with Jacques.
Mercury Black.
Those are Salem's new orders. And I know better.
Well, you made speedrunner, bruh.
What? Look, even if what he said was true, he can't stop Salem. You told me yourself. Hazel tried. He failed, and he got in line. Big guy's not gonna pick fights he can't win. Neither should we.
Rhodes.
How old are you?
10.
And you want to be like us? You
She
wanna be
took
a
your sword to
huntress?
kill them.
Then we've got about 7 years
For what?
to train you for the huntsman exam.
Tyrion Kalos.
So devoted to someone so incompetent. While the good doctor and I were advancing the will of our goddess, dismembering the very body of this kingdom, you were merely atoning for past failures.
Tyrion's so good.
And the Oscar for Best Male Character in a Minor Role goes to Ambrosius.
There you
Well,
go.
everything appears to be in order. You were quite thorough. Disappointingly so.
Merlin Daddy.
So, it's done.
Yeah. Oh, and one last point of clarification about this central location of yours.
Do not fall.
Fall. Okay, and with that dire warning,
as Oz said, he is quite the character, and
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't think we would see him. We have the staff holding Atlas up, so clearly, if the spirit in the staff is necessary to be seen, we need a good enough reason. We need to be okay with putting an entire kingdom's worth of lives at risk to be able to use it, and I think that ultimately it came out very well. And his voice acting is great, his animation is great. I love the animation that happens for the different relic spirits because they're floating and they have so many different particle effects and visual effects, and so the animation that happens with them on top of already, you know, being different from a character who's rooted by gravity, they're just so expressive regardless.
Yeah.
So it's always great to see them. And of course, for the rest of the nominees, it was great to be able to see Klein again, Mercury and Tyrion. I have the sense that with Mercury and Tyrion, there are scenes in Volume 8, or rather, there one scene at the end of, I believe, Chapter 7. That is going to be so important when we get to the Vacuo arc, whenever that is. That's going to be so important to really remind ourselves that this is where their character arcs come from. This is where Tyrion is at. This is where Mercury is at, because I feel like we're going to need to call back to this scene. But that's all I have about really to say for the male characters in a minor role. So now, these are your nominees for Best Female Character.
Let's go.
In a minor role. Elm Ader.
Don't do this! They're still evacuating in Mantle! Why can't you just let me do my job? Because you're our friend! And we won't let you go through with this!
Fiona Time.
No, Crimson. I need you and your team over in Sector 11.
Ship girl has
Police
such
are
little
helping
time.
us clear the hospital, but they're gonna need backup.
You're doing great, Fee. Robin would be proud.
I feel like you should be doing this after flexing on the news like that.
Jin.
I'm looking respectfully, of course, respectfully. Always respectfully.
Why, hello again, old man. Did you have a question for me?
Maria Calavera.
Don't you think Penny has had enough
Maria!
of people telling her what to do?
Prepare for launch.
It's our only option.
I just hope they're okay.
She's right, Pietro.
Because they both plummeted with the arena.
Big picture.
I don't care about the big picture.
Willow Schnee.
We have a generator.
Mama, she got dump truck.
So kind of you to join us, Mother.
Believe it or not, I am above drinking in the dark.
And the Oscar for Best Female Character in a Minor Role goes to Willow Schnee.
Really?
I can see it.
Nice.
It's outside Winter's old room. You can kill it. Can't you?
What is it doing?
What is it doing?
Not sure. It's acting strange.
It's acting like a dog.
Why is it here?
Doesn't matter. Just keep an eye on it so I can track it down.
Right.
I gotta admit, I thought this category would be a toss-up between Willow and Maria. At least for me, I can understand Maria getting it after her fight scene in Chapter 5 against Neo, being the only character in the history of the show to really give Neo a hard time.
Yeah.
It was great to
give
see
a run
Maria
for her money.
just have fun. Fighting against
Maria's
Neo
great.
all characters, and at least
My
for
name
Willow,
is Maria
Mama Schnee
Calavera.
definitely steals a lot of the scenes that she's in. I gotta say it.
She does.
She's a lot of fun to watch in her own ways, and with volumes 7 and 8, she is the essential view into the broken home that is Shinny Manor, and getting to see Whitley in a new light, especially too. A lot of that comes from Willow. Like, we'd known Weiss's relationship. We'd known Winter's relationship with her family for a good portion of the show, but now seeing it through Willow's perspective, I feel a lot more
Yeah.
important than anything that we had really seen up until
we
this
see all
point.
her
And I loved seeing,
problems,
especially as
her
well,
flaws.
her security cameras coming back for Volume 8, Chapter 8, the fight against the Hound. Really, really cool.
And
to
she
see,
summoned, too.
Thinking in Volume 7, it might have just been there for that one moment to justify or explain that one thing, but now, no, it's really adding this extra dynamic, this extra element to the horror of Chapter 8, and that was amazing. And Willow, she's kind of a meme too, so she's got that going for her. But that being said, that's it from me. Please enjoy the rest of the Volume 8 Ozcars, and I hope to see you around the fandom.
What is up, people of the internet? My name is
Amber!
And as you all know, I'm a RWBY
If
tuber.
Grimm were Pokemon,
Sort of.
she'd collect
I also
them
love
all.
Pokemon,
True.
Kingdom Hearts, various games, and anime. I'm also a Twitch affiliate, and I love to stream, and hopefully I get to do more of that in the future. So as you all know, I'm also part of the Oscars, but as one of the hosts, and I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. Last year, I did vote when Volume 7 ended, and being this again now, and again...
Hey,
as
look
a
at all
host,
those
I'll be sharing
posters.
the funniest moments that happened in RWBY Volume 8. Now, RWBY has a lot of moments throughout the years, whether it be hurtful moments, happy moments, moments that make you actually like connect with the character. There's one kind of moment in RWBY that helps us cheer us up and give us a good laugh. That's right, I'm talking about funny moments, like I said before. From RWBY getting blown up back in Volume 1 to Jean getting hit on by thirsty moms in Volume 7. These are the nominees for funniest moments in RWBY Volume 8. Jean walking away from Ren and Nora.
Oh my god.
Oh, water under
Returning the favor from Volume 3. True! That's true.
Penny explaining Ruby's semblance.
Do not worry. Ruby is capable of traveling at an extreme velocity from one point to another by breaking herself down to her molecular components, thus negating her mass and then reassembling them at the destination, theoretically making it possible for her to transport all of us in the same way, as mass no longer matters.
Rock hitting Jean.
Oh, yes.
Everyone!
Poorly timed. Poorly timed, John.
I'm, gonna need your attention.
Weiss gets vented.
So how do we use this thing? It should be simple. If you lie back in the tube and press launch...
Still funny. Still funny.
And the Oscars for funniest moment in RWBY Volume 8 goes to... Weiss gets vented.
Ow, come on! That was a once-in-a-lifetime experience! Ow.
And I can see why. I, and I'm sure many of you, absolutely lost it when Nora just happened to hit the one button, all the while Weiss was trying to explain how these shoots work. Thank you to everyone who voted for this year's
She could have
Oscars.
killed her, honestly.
Thank you to the RWBY for keeping this show going. Honestly, I've been a fan of RWBY since the beginning. I was originally a Red vs. Blue fan back in high school, and then when I first saw RWBY, I immediately became such a huge fan of it, as you can see from my posters and the many figures.
RWBY came out when I
From the very
came out of high
We
school.
can see the transition from how it all started to right now. All the voice actors,
If I
all the
remember.
animators, screenwriters, everyone is awesome, and I can't wait to see more.
I
of
didn't
this
get into
future.
RWBY
And for the
until
RWBY community,
when
it's
Volume
just
2
such
came
a
out.
fun thing to be a part of, and I hope you all enjoy this as much as I do. Again, thank you all so much for voting.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy,
Hello.
aka Jeremy Noir Productions. I'm so excited to be here with everyone for the 2021 Oscars for RWBY Volume 8. I've been a fan of RWBY ever since the end of Volume 2, and I can't wait to see what RWBY does with the rest of it. Now, my channel doesn't exactly have much RWBY content at the moment, but Cal and Arnold keep inviting me back for these things, so I'm sure I'll make some RWBY content sometime. When it comes to RWBY, one of the things that the fans love most, and arguably even the people that work on the show love most, is the characters and how they interact with one another. Whether it be a familial relationship, a platonic friendship that's as strong as any type of familial blood, or even a romantic relationship for you shippers out there. And so, let's bring attention to that. The contestants for Best Relationship Development for RWBY Volume 8 are... Emerald and Hazel.
Ooh, that's a good one. Daddy Hazel better come back in chibi? For real. Better flex those muscles in chibi. The chibi muscles.
Hazel.
Go.
Penny and Winter.
You were my friend.
Thank you for trusting me with this. When you're gone,
Yeah.
I won't be gone.
Penny was acting like the human.
I'll be
Winter was
part of
acting
you.
like the robot. For real.
good.
2 volumes of role reversal.
Ren and Nora.
Why didn't you say anything? So we failed as a team, but we succeed as a team too.
I was the one holding us back. Not John, not you, me.
Well, you're wrong. All I do is make dumb jokes and smash things with a hammer.
What? That's not true. You put everything you have into what you do. You support everyone around you.
This was such a sweet
You
scene.
help without worrying about how it might hurt. And that's what I love about...
Oh, and he said it first.
That's why I love you.
Ruby and Penny.
I was the protector of Mantle. But now, I am much more than that. And I wish I was not.
But you're still you, Penny. By becoming the Winter
Good parallel
Maiden, you
to
did protect Mantle.
Volume 2?
Thank you, Ruby.
Weiss, Whitley, and Willow.
Volume 1? I forget.
I didn't forget you.
Go!
Volume 2. It was Volume 2.
And the Ozcar for Best Relationship Development in RWBY Volume 8 goes to... I'm not surprised in the least. It's Ren and Nora.
Of course.
When my mom ran from the Grimm and left me behind, you found me. We became Ren and Nora. But I realized on this mission apart, I don't know who just Nora is. And if I'm ever going to find out, then I have to do it alone.
Such a great scene.
I've always loved you, Lyran. And that pretty head on your shoulder seems like it's doing a lot better. But I still gotta get mine sorted out before I can be the partner you need. Is that okay?
It's definitely okay.
I figured Ren and Nora were going to win.
Yeah,
For me,
I
they
mean-
definitely were one of the best relationship outcomes to come out of RWBY Volume 8.
I think I voted
It's
for
very
Penny and
rare in
Winter.
media, at least in my opinion, to see a romance that actually comes out and says that these two people need to figure out who they each are as a person before they can get into a romantic relationship and force anything that could become something toxic. And it's just something that speaks to me very personally, and I'm definitely glad that everyone on RWBY decided to go that route. All I can say is, wow, this is amazing. Thank you again, RL, Cal, and everyone else for giving me this opportunity on the Ozcars. And if anyone from RWBY is watching, I'm probably fanboying on the inside because of that, but like, I'm just excited to be a part of the RWBY community. I'm glad I could be a part of this project. So yeah, have a nice evening, guys.
One of the best things about watching an ongoing series is seeing how different plot points are building towards eventual conclusions, only for those conclusions to end up being something completely unexpected. And Volume 8 had plenty of those, seeing different things hinted throughout the volume, building towards an eventual reveal. And when it came time for that reveal to happen, it ended up being something much larger than what was expected. Or just something that blindsided us completely. As someone who makes different theory videos on the plot of RWBY, it was an absolute pleasure to watch everything unfold throughout the volume. These are your nominees for the best twists and reveals in Volume 8.
Cinder betrays Neo and Watts.
I can't believe it's not butter.
You should have never threatened me. And you should have never been born.
Post-credits scene, Wonderland.
Volume 9 is definitely gonna pop off. Yeah.
The Hound is a
The
silver-eyed
Hound.
Take the girl. Take.
I didn't even realize he was a silver-eyed faunus until after.
Take the girl. Take the girl. Take the girl.
Watts hacking Penny.
Even if Atlas falls, you can't give up.
Poor Penny.
I do not know! I have to go! The bolts! No! Dad!
Man.
And the Oscar for Best Twist or Reveal in Volume 8 goes to the Silver-Eyed Hound. Honestly, no surprise on this one, as it was probably the largest reveal in Volume 8, and the amount of theories and speculation in the RWBY community is a testament to that. For the first half of Volume 8, once the Hound was revealed, that it was a talking Grimm, and the amount that it was hyped up, being an experiment that Salem had worked on, the speculation of if the Hound was Summer Rose, or if it was going to be a character significant to our main protagonists, all of the different theories and ideas surrounding it culminated to the eventual reveal that the Hound was a silver-eyed warrior. This was an amazing plot point to put in the volume, and the best part about this twist/reveal is it's not over yet. There is still more to build on with it, and I am so looking forward to where it is going to be taken in the future.
All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance
of Sanity.
I'm Caleb.
Welcome.
I'm Jacob. And we're brothers. We have a semi-healthy obsession for stories, YouTubers.
I watch these guys
we
too.
love just getting into the emotion, the exploration of humanity, some passionate discussion, rambling, ranting, and then also just creating beautiful memories surrounding those stories. That's just what we live for.
It is our jam. But we do have a few titles, some self-proclaimed, some given to us by others. The first is, of course, we are dramatic narrators.
Indeed, and I am a notorious trivia master.
Yes, and one of us, I'm not going to say who, is a published author.
Battle Lines, check it out. Also, we are professional anime shillers.
Shameless
of
plug.
The highest quality and grade. So I will, of course, take this moment and platform to shill Vinland Saga. Go watch it. It's incredible. It's a coming-of-age story filled with tearjerker moments and brutality and humanity. Yes, go watch it on Amazon.
And we are hosting the Best Tearjerker category.
Yeah, over the years, RWBY has hit us with some of the most painful cliffhangers, backstories, and deaths, and red-headed suffering. Yeah. Oh, okay. But Volume 4, just shouting out here. What about the training video that Pyrrha left for Jean?
That was definitely a tearjerker.
That's such a simple bit in Episode 2 of Volume 4, but it just destroys me every single time.
Can we just give a shout-out to literally any time that Home plays? I cannot listen to that song without crying.
Yeah. That will do it. That'll do it. These are the nominees for Best Tearjerker.
Hazel's death.
Oh, man. All in favor of Chibi Hazel, say aye. Aye! I want it. Give me Chibi Hazel.
Penny's death.
Oh man, definitely. Man. Way to salt the wound.
Ruby and Yang's summer talk.
I don't know what that means then.
Ruby finally said mom.
Worry about that.
That's what happened to Mom.
It's true, that's the first time they ever talked about their mom.
When I saw its eyes, I knew. Salem used to kill people with silver eyes, like Maria. But she's always wanted me alive.
Vine's death.
Oh, this one. Oh, man. You did good, Vine.
Yang fallen.
The girl who fell through the world. I was in denial that whole day. I was thinking about this episode all day after I watched it. And I was just like, no.
And the Oscar for Best Tearjerker goes to...
Penny's death.
But there is something you can do.
No, I don't know where the others are, but why still give us time?
Man.
Let me choose this one thing.
I definitely cried.
Trust me.
This scene gets me every time.
All right, yeah, well, makes sense. Well deserved. That's kind of to be expected of the 5 options that were there. I really only would put Yang's and Ruby's summer talk as being like up there meta-wise as like one of the contenders there, because I mean, Penny's death.
No contest in
no
my
real
mind.
contest
Really,
there.
honestly.
Like, okay.
In my opinion.
Yes, we got another redhead dying tragically.
The second time.
But what can I say? Jean's involvement was a bit more extreme this time than last time.
At least he got to be there.
Yes, Caleb. He
Yes,
got to be
God.
there. And it wasn't just because he didn't block an arrow. But no, this
he
time
had to.
it's because he actually killed her.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
God.
boy.
Yeah.
I'm sure the trauma won't stack up on him.
No,
Jean's gonna need some therapy,
Oh my
man.
God. And as far as where things go into volume
Therapy.
9, he's going to be without his crew, in the void place with the island and all that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be its own thing. Ugh. Well, yeah. Thank you for inviting us to the Oscars. And I'm sorry for dropping the yellow letter all over the place there. But I mean, it's like golden child lost in the void. Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yes, just a little.
Just a little?
Yeah.
Just a little.
Hi everybody, my name is Tanner, better known as Blizzik, and I'm going to be presenting the
Hello.
award for Best Monologue. If you don't know me, I'm a writer, and I make video essays on the writing in all sorts of media, mostly anime and a lot of RWBY, but I do talk about video games and movies whenever it strikes my fancy.
Nice.
I have a really big review of Volume 8 coming up on the horizon, and some even more fun stuff planned for after that. But for now, I am just really, really excited to be a part of this totally awesome celebration of RWBY Volume 8. When it comes to fancy schmancy wordsmithery, RWBY characters are a mixed bag. Sometimes they're a little too lost in each other's eyes to do much besides bumble through their words, but other times they unleash a monologue so perfect you can tell that they've been practicing in the bathroom mirror for weeks. These speeches give these characters an opportunity to externalize
I love
their
monologues.
complicated inner worlds,
I do monologues as
advocate
well.
for their personal ideologies, and they get to be as dramatic as they want in the process.
These are the nominees for Best Monologue.
Ironwood's ultimatum speech.
Ooh,
I have
yes.
always promised to defend this kingdom.
If I kill
Its
thousands,
technology,
will you work for me?
its future. Those would see it
Oh
destroyed.
no.
Our enemy is crippled, but one individual still denies Atlas its salvation. The protector of Mantle. I know how much Mantle means to you, so I'm going to give you a choice. You can bring yourself to Atlas Academy and do your duty. Help me save as much of Atlas as I can, and Mantle will be left to fend for itself.
May's speech to Team RWBY.
No, see, you just don't get it! This is not a situation where everyone wins. Now you all can come with me to help in Mantle, or I can drop you off near the front lines if you still want to help Atlas. Your uncle and Robin can't save us. We have to choose. So choose.
Ozpin's apology.
I was recently reminded of an old fairy tale.
I like this
A young
one too.
girl flees the consequences of a choice to a magical place. But, having never learned from her initial failure, she only succeeds in spreading it. I failed all of you. I should have trusted you with the truth, and should never have run the day you discovered it. And I hope it's a risk you can take on me again.
Ruby's speech to Remnant.
My name is Ruby Rose. I'm a huntress.
Ruby's a YouTuber
Done
now.
everything right then. I'm talking to all of Remnant right now. Dr. Polendina can explain more later. But right now, you all need to know that the Kingdom of Atlas is under attack. I know the idea of the maidens and relics seems, well, crazy. But I promise Professor Goodwitch of Beacon and Headmaster Theodore of Shade can verify all of this.
Professor
They might even be
Goodwitch.
able to help organize a way to fight back. But sadly, General Ironwood can no longer be trusted.
Watts' speech to Cinder.
I voted for this one. This was my favorite of all.
Of course you are, because that's just what you do, isn't it? And how has that worked out for you? You stormed into Freya's room thinking you could take on Ironwood's top fighter and War Machine. But you couldn't. And that machine became the Winter Maiden. Oh, and let's not forget your deal with Raven Brownwind. Get all your enemies in one place so you'd have a shot at revenge. If only someone could have warned you against such a miserable idea.
Oh wait, I did.
And the Oscar
I freaking
for
loved it.
Best Monologue goes to Watts' speech to Cinder.
Come on.
But you pushed ahead
And
and you
lost it all when all you had to do was your job.
You think you're entitled to everything just because you suffered, but suffering isn't enough.
You can't just be strong, you have to be smart. You can't just be deserving, you have to be worthy.
But all you
have ever been is a bloody migraine.
All right, I
fucking
was
love
gunning
it.
for that one, so I'm very glad that the community is at my back. Yeah, there was a lot of great monologues this volume. But
It really
I don't
was.
think you can compete
But
with someone who
Christopher
knows he's right
Sabat,
and just has nothing to lose.
he did such a great
Not to
job.
mention Chris Sabat is amazing, and also I think it's just really, really satisfying to hear the
Or
sorts
Sabat,
of things
I
that
forget
the
how to
fandom has been
pronounce it.
saying about Cinder for years, finally vocalized by a character in the show.
Yes.
So that was a really satisfying element of it too. I
So
want to
satisfying.
thank all of you for your votes. I want to thank Murder of Birds and Klaxon for having me at this wonderful community event. And of course, I want to thank RWBY for giving us another wonderful, wonderful volume. I am very excited to be a part of this, and I'm very excited to see you all again in Volume 9. Ta-ta.
Hi, I'm Rigga. This isn't you, alright? What? Oh, one sec. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Hi, I'm Rigga, and this is the Oscars, and I am ecstatic to be here. If you don't know me, since I'm kind of new around here, I'm a paper cutout that talks a lot about RWBY, as well as other things. I do crazy theories, like if you ever want to find out why Jin was human, then I can more than help you out with that. Not to mention I do reviews. At the moment we're going through Avatar episode by episode, and I'll be talking about some full anime series quite soon. I talk about movies a lot. We're likely going to start doing some movie-based content on the channel. I just started a new and exciting thing where we're designing characters, and I'm working with my audience to build the idea of a mirror universe in RWBY. And not to mention my big one, my RWBY Runs project, where we run through the plot of RWBY in what-if scenarios. We are currently several episodes deep into what if Jean died instead of Pyrrha, and let me tell you, it is quite an emotional ride. But we are not here to talk about me, we are here to talk about Volume 8, so let's get on to the award. When RWBY first started, it was sold to many on the fight scenes alone. The choreography, as well as
the trailers
weapons
sold
and
it for
enemies
me.
to find a reason to watch it all and help get people on board with the show to start. These days, the characters and story have gone far beyond that point, and there's obviously a lot more to be invested in than just the fights. However, at the end of the day, it's good versus evil, right versus wrong, and eventually swords need to be drawn. When that happens, it's do or die, and as we all know in this show, dying is certainly a possibility. So, while it's no longer the main selling point of the series, it's still central to the outcomes of the story and the survival of our characters. With signature weapons, dust, aura, semblances, maiden powers, and more at their disposal, a fight in RWBY is always a fight worth watching. That being said, it's time to find out which was the best. These are the nominees for Volume 8's Best Fight. Everyone versus Ironwood.
I have.
National Beat Up Your Boss Day? Nice. This one was a good fight. I liked it.
Penny versus the Aesops. Sailor versus Hazel.
I loved this fight. Terra Force! Digimon reference.
Schnee Manor versus the Hound.
What is this thing? It's just a Grim.
That's not just a Grim.
Just focus.
It's a doggo Grim.
Team RWBY and Penny versus Cinder and Neo.
Oh, another good one. Neo hardly broke a sweat in this.
Leave her alone.
And the Oscar for Best Fight of Volume 8 goes to Everyone versus Ironwood.
Nice. I'm still surprised that he didn't just look at me like, "You're still alive?" After he just shot him down the freaking...
Ironwood certainly was one of the biggest hurdles that needed taking down, and it took more than a team to do it. From Emerald's master deception, Oscar tapping into his potential, Jean, Ren, and Nora going toe-to-toe with perhaps the strongest combatant in Atlas, it was still only possible due to Winter's perfect execution and showing the true depths of her talent and combat abilities. Without all of them combined, there was little to no chance. A worthy winner for sure. Like with any fight, there was so much to balance here between all of the weapons and powers, not to mention needing a snappy runtime, and they pulled it off. Everyone had a moment to shine and a role to play, showing exactly why they're worthy of being where they are. A big congratulations to RWBY and the show for delivering across the board this volume, keeping the combat satisfying alongside everything else that needs to go into the story.
Excuse me.
A big thank you to everyone involved in bringing us this volume, and a huge personal thank you from me to Arnold and Cal for inviting me on to host for you all. I truly hope you're all enjoying the Oscars and appreciate what a huge undertaking this is. And until next time, my name is Rigger. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I did alright.
Hey, I'm Ken.
Hey!
And together we form the YouTube channel Xiaolong, where we do
Welcome.
movie reactions, we do
I
live
watch you
streams,
guys
video
too.
essays, we also react to a bunch of other animated shows like The Owl House and Jujutsu Kaisen, and occasionally we dip into cosplay, hence all the chaos in the background up there. We have to say thanks to Arnold and Cal, Murder Birds and Calaxon respectively, for organising this and bringing so many RWBY content creators together, and of course you guys for voting on all these categories.
After such an amazing volume of RWBY, what better way is there to show our passion than being able to vote on our favourite categories and see who comes out on top?
RWBY is known for its large cast of main and supporting characters that have only grown in number since Volume 1. In Volume 7 and 8 in particular, we have seen a whole host of characters introduced, including both male and female characters, many of which have had a great impact on the plot and the fandom as a whole.
These are the nominees for Best Male Character in a Supporting Role. Arthur Watts.
Given what we're after, I've got all the motivation I need.
He didn't earn the PhD for
Sadly,
fun.
it doesn't
Thank you
make
very
taking
much.
down Pietro's magical science project any less
Bros
cumbersome.
before crows.
I trust you can come up with something.
Ooh, the trust is palpable.
Maro Amin.
They might still be alive in there.
I gave them their window. We can't wait any longer.
You're
Did you see
tearing
the
me
same thing
apart,
with your sister
Lisa.
inside? Are you gonna tell her what you did to her friends?
Pietro Polendina.
We made decent progress on construction and fuel collection. All potentially manageable, but Amity was designed so that it couldn't launch itself without first
I
being
want a
granted
Pietro and a
clearance
mold.
from General
Same.
Ironwood's
That thing looks cool.
Crow Branwyn.
There might be a better way.
Why is my name spelled with a Q?
It's just about you. It's about everyone.
If you know,
Straight up
you
to the
know.
academy, and I am ending this.
Or we fail and people get killed.
He deserves this.
Wetley Schnee.
We don't just have perks. We have the company.
He
The people you mentioned in the
he did a very
Leading the
good
way
job.
out, right? There are rows
I'm
and
glad
rows
he
of
pulled
cargo
through
ships
as a
just
character.
sitting in the hangars because of the embargo.
And our own automated drones, like the ones at Snowshoe Shipping.
We can order as many as we need to pilot our ships down to the crater and get people to safety while the Grimm are occupied with the General's forces.
And the Oscar for Best Male Character in a Supporting Role
Hey,
is...
the Roman hat.
Arthur Watts.
Hey.
You have everything you need?
Oh, believe me. This is everything I've ever wanted.
You deserve this, Arthur. We'll be back.
Congratulations, Arthur.
You're dead.
You're
Yeah,
dead.
he's
Sorry
dead.
about it.
Yeah.
But to be absolutely fair to Arthur, I thought this was his best season. It's
Mhm.
such a shame that
It
he
really-
had to end
it
it
really
by being
was.
dead. But
went out on a high and on fire.
Really did go out on a high, and the I'm going to say talk, but we all know it wasn't a talk. But the talk that he had with Cinder, and the way that he really managed to like dig down into
You mean
her
the
inner
roast?
demons, whether he meant to or not. I thought that was a really standout performance for Arthur in that situation. So I think this is well deserved. RWBY as a show would not have come as far as it has today without its diverse range of female characters. many of whom were given a chance to shine in a volume that took us to some really dark places and put these characters to the test.
The nominees for Best Female Character in a Supporting Role are Blake Belladonna.
If only you got an actual upgrade. True. I mean, to be honest, Blake's weapon is very versatile already. Dual katanas, pistol, whip,
May Marigold.
rope,
It's chaos at the crater. Atlas
boomerang.
has its army, but Mantle only has us. People are dying.
People are dying here too. Don't you have family in
May.
Atlas?
No. Mantle needed me. And to the Marigolds, that meant I wasn't
Trans
their
right
son
matters.
anymore. And I made sure that everyone knew that I wasn't their daughter.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan, was it? Now isn't the time to hold
A flavor
No.
of danger in every
She's
scoop.
right to be angry. I know I haven't upheld my end of the bargain. I'm sorry. I will get you Ruby Rose. Today. But to do that, I need to ask the lamp a question.
Weiss Schnee.
Snowshoe Shipping is an SDC subsidiary, meaning all the drones
The
here
Schnees are
report to the
low-key
company,
homeless.
not the general. The pneumatic tubes allow for dust
Not
refining
wrong,
the crater to be sent
but
straight
literally
to Atlas.
all of Atlas and
We just need
Mantle
to find the one
are
female
homeless
drone
now.
Yang Xiaolong.
You know, that giant hound kicked us around like we were nothing. But Blake said you and the Shanice managed to take it down. Still having to one-up your big sis, huh?
And the winner for Best Female Character in a Supporting Role is...
Yang Xiaolong.
Hey.
You were being optimistic. Look, blind optimism isn't great, but no optimism means we've already lost. We need hope. We need to take risks.
But mine didn't work.
It's still got a warning out. Ruby, they're not called sure things. They're called risks. And in case you didn't notice, my plan for Mantle didn't work either. But we got Oscar back. And did a lot more that was never in the plan.
You blew up the whale.
Congratulations, Yang. I think that's a well-deserved win for this volume and everything that you had to go through.
Yeah, you
Wow,
know, the whole,
Neil
like,
came
punching the
literally
undead witch
second.
in a personal area
Close
and
second.
falling into super hell. Quite a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened for Yang in this volume, but I think she really shone, even though she was obviously going through some things at some points. But
I'm sure this will mean a lot to her where she is, you know.
yeah, you know, the first one to fall into super hell. I'm sure that this win is gonna really
make it all worthwhile.
Make it worthwhile.
Hi everyone, my name
Hi.
is Sunny and I'm so excited to be here presenting a category at this year's Ozcars. Thank you so
That's a
much
cool
to
dress.
Alex and Cal for inviting me to do this opportunity. It's super exciting, it's my first time doing it, and there were some great categories this year. It was a great volume. So I'm super excited to see how this is all going to turn out. On my
Nice.
YouTube channel, I primarily do RWBY reactions, probably why I'm here, of course. And yeah, I love RWBY, I love reacting to RWBY. It generates some really good emotions in me, and it's just a fun time to watch. And I also dabble in a few other anime-related topics and videos. For example, I have a pretty popular video where my boyfriend guesses characters from My Hero Academia. I do videos like that sometimes, and it's really exciting and really fun. And IRL, I'm also into very different things, especially biology and research. So I have a quite interesting mix of things going on in my life. So I'm going to be presenting the category of Best Antagonist. So Best Antagonist was a category for this volume that I was actually super excited about and really excited to see who would be in the category and who might win the category, because this volume was off the rails, let me tell you. I was loving the villains this volume. We got a huge range,
The villains did a
character
great job.
development, everything like that. So I'm very grateful also to be presenting this category. So without further ado, these are the nominees for Best Antagonist.
Arthur Watts. What did you create in its
Payback is a bitch.
I merely added more flames to the fires of Atlas.
Rest in peace, Watts.
Cinder Fall.
Failed you again, Master.
The award for the
They
worst
used
liar.
the staff to save thousands. Before our allies fell, Neapolitan killed Ruby.
Cinder galaxy brained this whole thing. A perfect counter plan. And fucked
I couldn't
everybody.
Stop them. I couldn't even stop the maiden from escaping without putting the relics in jeopardy.
James Ironwood.
I am going to do everything I can to defend this kingdom.
Where things are done with the best intentions.
James?
No matter the cost.
Man.
And what's this about martial law? Have you lost your damn mind? Are you that scared of what
Neapolitan.
A mute and 5 friends on an island.
Salem. Look how you've diminished.
Remnants 4D chest grandmaster.
And for what?
Jesus.
These children? This ruined world? Why?
That's scary.
Keep coming back.
And the Oscar for Best Antagonist goes to Salem!
Nice.
In pursuit of a new world, no cost is too great. You've done well, Cinder. Our work here is done.
Very exciting. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited that Salem has
Wow,
been Best Antagonist
Ironwood
this
came
year. We got
second.
So much great Salem action in this volume. And wow, she's just a badass villain, let me tell you that. And I'm super excited to see her win Best Antagonist this volume. Also, shout out to her whale. RIP to that guy. He was pretty cool. But yeah, Salem takes the cake. I also thought Ironwood might be a contender in this category, but obviously people have spoken. And
I think
congrats
I
to
voted
Salem
Ironwood.
for winning Best Antagonist.
I hated him.
Ladies and
Throughout
gentlemen,
the
we
whole
have
thing.
arrived at the final award of the show.
RWBY
Hey.
Volume 8 would not be the same without the leading characters whose strength and sacrifices carve a powerful, thought-provoking impression on the audience in a way that immortalizes them in discussions for volumes to come. These are the nominees for Best Leading Male Character. Hazel Reinhardt.
When she came for me, I killed her over and over again. The longest she was gone was only a few hours before she put herself back together. When I couldn't lift my arms anymore, she showed me that through her, I could have the vengeance I needed.
James Ironwood.
I chased a lot of shadows over the years, always expecting betrayal. But never once
Ironwood.
did I think it would ever
Man.
come from you. I know what's best for Atlas, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that staff. So, consider this my last order. Step aside.
Nice.
Jean Arc.
Please, Winter, give us a chance to try to rescue him first. We could be your test run. You don't know what'll be waiting for you inside, right? So we can go ahead to check it out. And look for Oscar while we're inside.
Lai Ren.
No!
That scared me. I don't know why. No. Ren evolved during this.
You don't really believe that.
Upgrade. Semblance
Furious
upgrade.
about losing Clover, and you miss
I
it.
think Ruby got her semblance
That's why
upgrade
you lost
too.
against Team RWBY. You try to fight how you feel about each other, so you'll never truly work as a team.
Oscar Pine and Ozpin.
Nice story. But if Gretchen's death taught me one thing, it was never to trust you.
Please, let me but Oscar...
You want him to trust us? And trust me. Her name is Jin.
Huh?
You want her to come out of the lamp? Just say her name. She can still answer one more question.
After all that, you're just going to give Salem the password?
No. I'm giving you the password. And hoping you'll find the truth for yourself.
And the Oscar goes to... Oscar!
Of course it goes to Oscar!
He entrusted me with this. That's the massive amount of power he had stored up in it.
He did such a good
he
job.
Spent lifetime after lifetime
The
accumulating
compost
the king
king.
he built.
So, that's how you did that? Using all of the stored up power?
Not all, but most. We have to be careful with how we use the rest. He trusted my judgment, and it saved us.
Well
I want to
deserved,
reciprocate that
for
trust.
sure.
There's a lot to sort out, but Oz really wants to help.
Thank you, Oscar.
We finally did it, Reddit. Oscar won an Oscar. Let's go. I think Oscar winning this is, I think he was a very new and improved version of himself, especially with everything that he's gone through these last two volumes, with confronting Ironwood last volume, pretty much confronting Ozpin upon his return, and really just kind of coming into his own as a character. I don't know how this is going to fare with him, you know, with the eventual merging of the two souls into one.
I'm scared
but,
for that, by the
Oscar
way.
definitely stood his own this volume. He was his own person. He made all the calls for himself. Ozpin really just let him take the reins.
Which is a
for all
good,
the decisions
good,
that he made, and I think
call.
he definitely deserved this.
Yeah, I think that that's so true, especially because Oscar was really the driving force behind Hazel. And think about what would have happened if Oscar was not able to kind of convert Hazel at the last minute to their side, right?
Yeah.
And so in a lot of ways, like, he made decisions that Ozpin wouldn't have made. And so he's becoming almost like a better, more trusting version of like what Ozpin, I think, has always wanted to be, but could never let himself be because he's just lived too long. You know, like he's lost a lot of naivete, I guess. You know, and so now with Oscar, like he's a more simple and honest soul too. When you really think about it, it's not just RWBY; it's also Oscar and what he's able to do for Ozpin because of that.
Agreed.
Yeah, yeah, I love the way you put that. Like thinking about Oscar is just becoming a more optimized Ozpin.
Yeah.
And I love that, and I think this is gonna make a lot of people happy because last year was the first Oscars that we ever did, and everyone was like, Oscar better win an Oscar, and I don't think he won anything.
And
so.
he didn't.
Well,
I don't think he did.
this is well deserved this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Oscar Pine.
And these are the nominees for Best Leading Female Character.
Let's go.
Emerald Sustride.
I highly doubt you're in the same place you started. I mean, yeah, you guys have been getting your asses kicked. Some of that, my fault, but like, you're at war. You're gonna take hits. Look, I'm just going to be super pissed if you all finally decide to give up the moment I switch sides.
Nora Valkyrie.
Don't apologize. I got hurt doing what I always do. Just another ditzy move from Nora.
Oh.
That's not true.
How would you know?
We were supposed to be a team, but that didn't matter to you. When things went wrong, you pushed us away. You shut people out so you don't have to feel things that are hard.
Penny Polendina.
Penny. The protector with a heart of gold.
When friends fight.
Well said.
I know. Yang and I might not agree on how best to save Mantle,
No. I mean Winter. The General. They were our friends. But then the Aesops attacked you. And the General, he said people were going to die because of me.
Ruby Rose.
We shouldn't lie to ourselves. I wasted our time getting Amity up.
Being a leader isn't
Thinking
all that it's
help
cracked
would
up to
come,
be.
but it didn't.
I know that
And
feeling
Amity fell.
very well.
I was being childish.
Winter Schnee.
Imagine seeing your loved one just disintegrate to nothing. That's cut out.
You are going to pay for everything you've done.
And the Oscar goes to
drum roll.
Penny Palandina.
Let's go.
I won't be gone.
Let's go, Penny.
I'll be part of you.
Good. I'm glad.
Rest in peace, Penny. Rest in peace.
I, for one, am really glad that Penny got this award, considering that this may be the final year that she is eligible.
That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
Why?
That's a low blow.
Why you gotta say that?
I stand for this.
But Penny had an amazing character arc this volume, obviously, that has wrapped up in some respects.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I have some hopes that we may see her in Volume 9, but this is not the video to talk about that. But Penny has such growth, such development in her personality and her wants and everything that went into like those final moments and final decisions, how she was able to sacrifice herself for her friends and deciding that that was the route that she wanted to go despite the life that they gave her. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that overall Penny had a really satisfying arc for me this season.
Yeah, no pun intended, but I love how they humanized her so much. Like, even from her inception, even from, like, her debut in Volume 1, we were always, like, immediately drawn to the fact that despite her being made of nuts and bolts instead of squishy guts, it didn't make her any less real than someone like RWBY. And, you know, having her back in Volume 7, I think reinforced to a lot of people who might not have had the time necessary to build an attachment to Penny during the Beacon arc. I think they not only reinforced that, but pretty much put the nail in the coffin. No, again, no pun intended.
Jesus, Arnold, stop it!
Really establishing Penny as a bona fide character.
And so many people, I think, loved Penny more.
Man, I adored Penny.
Absolutely.
I think that a lot of people at first, they were like, they're bringing Penny back. Like, they were a little hesitant about the idea. But then as you see her in Volume 7 and in Volume 8, I think a lot of people grew to love her in a way that they didn't necessarily love her before. And then so to have her taken away from us, right, hurt even more than I think it ever did in Volume 3.
Yeah.
I think in a way that also immortalizes the character, right? Like, for some characters, they're really defined by how they go out. You know, like Pyrrha made a noble sacrifice. Penny did the same thing, and that's a part of the human experience to some degree. You know, dying for your loved ones, or sacrificing yourself, I should say, for your loved ones, whether it's a parent and child, or even, in this case, friends. And I think Penny pretty much established that the one choice that she had, this is what I want to do with my life. And
the one choice she actually made,
I think that that made her a forever loved character.
Pretty sad.
For sure. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the RWBY Volume 8 Oscars Awards show has come to a close. We really hope you guys enjoyed all of the work and effort that has gone into this.
Bloody well done.
Shout out to everybody that has helped collaborate on this effort.
You guys did amazing.
We started this during the halfway point of the volume. And just seeing everybody's individual submissions come together with the editing and everything else in between was really great to put together.
Yes, it was a pleasure doing this with our fellow RWBY tubers. Make sure that you guys check them out. They will all have links in the description down below.
A lot of these people are great creators.
Also check out the artist that made our thumbnail, Keith.
Oh yeah,
His
Keith.
link will be down below too, and so you guys can go commission him and all of that stuff.
Nice.
And, you know, for all your OC, Pokemon, RWBY type needs, he does a lot of different like OC work and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
I might have to commission this person.
You should definitely check him out, and we will be
I've been looking for an artist
to entertain you with videos or with art during the RWBY Volume 8 hiatus. And thank you to everyone who voted, watched, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Wow. My goodness. Is that it? All right. Well, that was it. Bloody well done. Bloody well done. So great. you can tell they put a lot of work into this, and it's very appreciative. I appreciate them with all my heart. These are amazing creators. Man, I aspire to be like them, you know? So, but yeah, this was my reaction to it. I loved every second of it. And I'll be posting more stuff. I'll be reacting to Genlock and a lot of other Rooster Teeth content. And we'll go from there. After I'm done with the move, I'll definitely be more active. And yeah, I won't drag this video any longer since it's like 2.5 hours long. I'm really sleepy, so I'm gonna go to bed, have a good sleep. But yeah, if you like the video, go ahead, like the video, subscribe if you'd like the content that I'm producing. And yeah,